Hello.
Hello. For once, she didn't ask me if I was ready.
Nope.
She just went for it.
I just jumped in.
Let's jump into it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Bones made me do a positive title and not a threatening one today.
Made you.
He made
I
me.
threatened you.
He said if you do one more threatening message to our viewers, the channel's over. And I was like, whoa, that's intense.
I can't hear you at all.
You can't hear me?
The music is so loud compared to your tiny voice.
Is that better?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. Good.
I was like, what is she saying? I don't know. How is everyone? Hello, Leechbread. Hello, XZ13. Hello, Dilfs in Love. Oh, did I read that correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Purple Puddles, Uwu. Hello, hello. And Eleanor Highland. Chorls, Brenda B. So many of you.
How are we today?
Fear drives me.
Oh dear. It's no way to live your life.
Alright, everyone stop drawing.
Okay. I stopped.
Stop working.
I stopped.
Do a little hand stretch.
Oh dang. Okay. Everyone stretch your hands out here. Okay, everybody. Stretch your little hands out like this. In front of you. Like this. And hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then relax your wrists so they're just like neutral here. And then we're gonna curl them in. So you should feel some tension at the top of your arms. And we're gonna hold it for 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're shaking out.
I gotta stretch them hands.
You can repeat that if you want.
Yeah, you gotta take care of your hands, guys. Otherwise, you'll never draw again.
Exactly. Stretch
Plenty
your
of great
hands.
artists ruin their art tools.
Yes.
Their most priceless art tools.
You take care of your brushes. You take care of your drawing tablet. Take care of your hands.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that experience. Good, I'm glad. Why did we just do that? To take care of your hands.
You gotta take care of your hands.
That was great. Thanks. You got vaccinated? Congrats, Brenda.
Good luck.
Good luck. It hits hard. I mean, it hit me hard. The
Some people it
side
doesn't
effects.
get hard.
Yeah.
Multi, did you get startled by the lizard existing?
Yes. She did not expect that.
We need to go to the pet store tomorrow.
We do.
Gotta get kitten food, cat food, and owl food.
Okay.
A triforce of foods for all 3 types of cats.
Yes.
Bum, bum.
Wait. Okay, yeah. All 3 cats.
It's a cute bit.
He's here trying to draw cottagecore grandpa.
Cottagecore grandpa. Damn. Very nice scene, Ursula. Super detailed background. Can't tell if you're being nice to her or being mean to her.
Right? Is this sarcasm?
I don't think it is, because it's not June.
Oh, true.
I only ever called Charlie June on frickin' YouTube because
I
see
mean,
the name.
both the names are there, so.
Yeah.
Is that him? Is that my husband? Is it? Or is your husband the elf grandpa? He's not an elf. He's an angel.
Yeah. He's an
I'm being
exile.
genuine. I'm sorry. I should have known. You're always very genuine.
It's just no one else is.
Yeah, everyone else, the worst. They can't express themselves genuinely because they're afraid of being rejected when they do.
Yeah, it's true.
Call out.
Here's my
Michael.
double side. It's
That
true.
implies you have an angle side, and I don't think you do.
Angles are doubles. What you doing, Multi?
Nothing, what you doing?
She's been weird today.
She has. I don't know what's up with her.
She's just been like exploring a lot.
She's just got
And
yayas.
she was doing yayas with the kittens. And not growling as much as usual. It was weird.
It's weird. And stop it.
Stop it. I don't like it. You're acting different. I'm a cat. I don't like change. So what have you been up to this week, Ursula? I feel like we haven't talked. All we do is like get zonked at the end of the day and play Stardew Valley together.
I was like, oh, why am I so tired? And I remembered we had the time change, so I'm probably just tired because time's weird now.
Oh yeah.
Time hits different right now.
Okay, but what happened this week?
God, what did happen this week? This week has felt like the longest week to me, and I don't know why. But we got the dogs groomed on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
I took Matica and Serena to get washed. And
Wow,
they
wow.
were I got them dry cleaned. And
Yes.
now they're all shiny and they smell nice.
Yeah.
And that was fun. And you could hear Matica barking all over town.
Yeah, I was getting my blood test done and the clinic was close to the groomer and I just heard Matica barking
You could
like
hear
across
her-
the street.
Yeah, you could hear her like blocks away. just yelling.
Strong. Are you answering art and writing questions? Yeah, we can answer
Yeah.
questions if you guys have them.
What are your questions?
But right now, just answering. Telling you about our world.
Yeah. Other than that,
A
I've been
drive-through car wash, but it's for dogs.
doing
That'd be
amazing.
horrifying for the dog.
It would be.
Apparently,
not
Serena did not like the blow dryer.
No, the blow dryer and getting her nails clipped. She screamed, as huskies do.
Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, she's something else.
No.
The thing is, they would never get a minute of quiet because Matica barks when she's happy, and Serena barks when she's sad.
Exactly. So, rip to the groomer.
Yeah.
They were very nice.
Finally working on something other than my character designs and actually mapping out my city. Proud. Right. So you did the dogs. Oh yeah, I got a blood test done. I was gonna say it feels like a really long week for me, but it's only because I now have I currently am doing 2 weeks between therapy, and
Aw.
I mark weeks with with therapy.
I see.
I don't know. Because otherwise it's just I randomly talk on the mic occasionally. It's very random. So I'm very busy because we have NaNoWriMo. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it. I gave
But
up
you're busy.
early. I've tried. I want to do an idea, but I don't have an idea.
Fair.
Yeah. I have the beginnings of ideas, but I don't have the ideas for an idea. The full idea-ness.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That sucks. I hate that feeling.
I mean, that's part of writing, so
Stinky.
just like you.
You think I'd be made for it?
Yeah, I think.
Um,
But you ain't.
but shit. I am really behind on Nano. I tried, but I keep getting
but
distracted.
you got distracted by knitting.
I know.
And tomorrow you're gonna get new yarn and you're gonna knit even more.
Yes.
You're gonna wake me up at 1 a.m.
To knit.
and you're gonna be like, can we go to the knitting store now? That was one of those days. I woke up and she was like,
Right, because you woke up at like noon and then it was my lunch break and I was like, let's go to the yarn store.
yeah,
Like a
thankfully the
grandma.
time change fixed me.
That's true. Now you're up earlier.
Yeah, it's true. I am up at a more reasonable hour.
Yes.
Because I was sleeping from like anywhere between like 10:30 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm waking up at like 9, which seems more
Yeah.
reasonable. What's the best way to make time for comic writing, drawing? My work always seems to get in the way of making comics, and when I finish my work, I feel too tired to work on my comic. My hot tip, my life hack for you is that you don't need to work for hours on your comic. And a lot of people can probably find at least like 15 to 30 minutes a day to work on your comic.
Yes.
And that's kind of like where Ursula's at too. Like, where she wasn't getting a lot done on this like Avo project at all. Because she was only ever working on it like twice a week. Right?
Like literally on stream is when I'd work on it.
Like, there's always going to be, there's got to be some, like, if it's really important to you and you're mentally, honestly, it might help you mentally to work on your comic too.
Yeah.
But like, you probably can find like at least 15 minutes to sit down and do a draw. And like, maybe when you do that, you get like really into it and more gets done and you're revitalized and stuff. But like, just try that. Because like in our heated conversation that one time, a lot of getting art done is just involves like physically sitting down to do it.
Yes.
And some days you'll suck.
Yep.
Some days you'll hate it. But like, it'll be worth it.
Cause I find like there were because just having recently gotten back into doing like a daily hour of comics.
Oh, and find a body double.
Oh yeah, find someone who will sit with you and work in the same room or like on stream with you.
That's
like,
another, yeah, that's a really good one. That's been helping too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you find a friend who's also working, like they could be doing homework. Like as long as they also need like to sit down 15 minutes and do something every day, like you can hold each other accountable.
Yep.
And do the thing.
So you just pop onto Discord and video chat with your friend and
yeah, you set a little timer and you're like, okay, we're going to do this at this o'clock.
Yes.
And you got to keep each other accountable. Accountability club.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah. And definitely having gotten back into doing like a daily comic ritual, I guess. There definitely are days where I sit there and I just draw complete poop through like the whole hour. It's just terrible and I'm just hitting my head against the wall and I hate the whole thing. But you know what? I still tried for an hour.
Yep.
And that's all that matters.
Yep. And you're getting way more done.
Yep. Oh yeah, I started inking the Avo pages.
Yeah.
Traditionally. I got little inks done.
I haven't got to see them yet.
No.
'Cause I never
I'm
enter
like-
your room.
It's forbidden.
They don't have to be good because you're going to ruin them anyways.
That's true. I should just... I'm fully prepared to have to redo a bunch of them.
Yeah, so don't worry about making them perfect because then you'll just be sad when you color them and they're not great.
That is true. Okay.
Because inking you're really good at, you
Yeah.
know? Whereas like color it's going to take a bit.
Mhm.
And you have like 10 times the amount of paper that you need.
That is true.
And it's pretty cheap to get more.
That is also true. Have you done? Oh my god, I didn't do my color thumbnails.
God. Did you ever find the
will.
reference you were looking for?
No, I found some interesting people that I like, but I did not find the person I was looking for. I don't know if anyone will be able to help me.
Oh, that's what this is. I wasn't
What?
sure what when you showed me this image. I was like, "What is it?" And I realized I thought it was like the scene at like Ekato's bar.
No, no, it's at the cottage.
Well, I don't imagine them all around a table.
What? Where are they supposed to be?
Are they all around a table?
I thought they were drinking tea.
Yeah. But like you don't have to sit at a table to drink tea. That's really weird.
Oh,
Why would they have a little table?
I don't know. In case they want to sit and talk, like.
Why would they sit and
Family?
talk at a table? They're immortal. They don't eat.
Oh, well, you need a place to make your tea and set it.
No.
You can't just carry around your little cup and saucer the whole time.
Where's our table that we drink tea at?
It's called my desk. Fine. Okay. So what should they be sitting around? Where should they be?
Just like it's like it's supposed to be more cluttered, isn't it? In places. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't look it.
Okay, more clutter,
Yeah.
less table.
Yeah. Let's.
I would fetch Abba, but I'm pretty sure there's a table. I thought they were sitting around a table.
Well, I thought it was like a coffee table.
Oh, okay. So do they have couches?
I guess so. They would have like city places. It just
Okay.
feels weird to have just like stiff chairs that you sit around in.
Okay. Okay. I can work with this. I
You
can work
guys are
with
so
this.
attacky whenever like I have like an Avo like thing. I'm just like, I think it was like this, and you guys
You're
are
like,
like,
"No."
no, it's not. I don't care if you wrote it. This is how I'm drawing it.
This is what I pictured in my mind, so I'm right.
As we learned at the writing sit-in that we did, illustrators not listening to authors are why why witches are shunned.
Yes, apparently there was a book where that was all about witchcraft being all nice and not spooky, and they the publisher grabbed an illustrator who made just like really terrifying illustrations for it, and a lot of the people who saw the book were illiterate, so they just saw these scary pictures of like witches summoning demons, and that's why they thought witches were bad.
Yeah. So
Apparently there's a long history of illustrators not listening to what the writer says and making weird stuff. Just going off.
yeah. What are you doing? I just hear multi trouble. Is that true? Mind blown. I think so. She's really into or yeah, the person's like really into that stuff.
Yeah. I'd have to find I should ask them what the
Should ask your father. And isn't he all about medieval literature?
he
or
does
something?
love medieval literature. I could ask. Father.
I don't know if that's medieval actually.
Yeah, it
think
might
it-
not be.
Anyways. Multi,
There have been
she's hunting the fish. Why are you crazy today?
be cool.
Is it because the kitten's not out to harass you? Yeah, she's hunting the beta fish.
Stop.
We're getting the rare multi chaos.
I know. She's usually the good one.
No, oh, she's not. Her chaos is usually peeing on things.
Yeah, true. She's usually fine during live streams.
Yeah, she's usually not running around hitting stuff. She ran off with the cap for my water bottle today, and I couldn't find it.
Now you have to drink all your water.
Just retract it.
The hunt is on.
Can I borrow your Charlie? I don't own Charlie. Charlie does as Charlie pleases.
Exactly.
Charlie cannot be tamed. YouTube keeps emailing me and I don't know how to respond. It's really stressful.
Oh.
I don't know how to talk to humans.
Mood.
So just don't want to take pictures of myself right now.
Same.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I don't know how to smile on camera. That's my problem.
Oh. Mine's I've got body image issues.
Yeah, if only we could like combine into like a single person that knows how to smile on camera and doesn't have body issues.
There we go. Do you have any advice on writing a murder mystery, Bones?
Oh, sorry, I did see that, but I put it in my thought bank and I was like, oh yeah, that is a question for me.
My thought bank. Saving that for later.
I feel like I've answered this before, but I guess a murder mystery is like an entire genre. So like everything that applies to writing other stuff also applies. Like I'm sorry, I'm just fighting with like a cross stitch. 1 second. Could you just
be a good cross stitch?
I lost my really sharp needle and now I got this kind of blunt one. So like when it gets like I can't stab myself anymore, which I guess is a plus, but somehow
Yeah.
I'm bleeding more than previously.
My God.
But like when it's like really tight, I can't get the needle through.
Dilson love to answer your questions. I feel like we've always wanted to do comics. Like I've loved comics since I was a kid. And Bones has as well.
I don't know if I like Garfield a lot.
So comics.
Yeah. My dad did comics.
Yeah. So that was a big influence for Bones. But we've also wanted to do like novels and prose and writing and stuff, and we are interested in video games, but when we started comics, I think we were both we want to do comics.
Okay. I have to sneeze now.
Oh no.
I'm just delaying your answer. It's gonna be great when I finally get to it, right?
We're building suspense.
Okay. Let me sneeze. Come on. Ugh, I hate it when you don't sneeze.
I know.
Like I still need to. Like I feel it. So like I don't want to start talking to you guys.
Oh, thanks for watching, Asterix.
If only it was sunny.
I know. Stare into the sun.
Oh God, I have photosensitive sneezes, so like usually it's really easy to get me to sneeze. Okay. Guess we're not sneezing.
Mm-mm.
Okay, my tips for writing a murder mystery would be like you can technically like discovery write a murder mystery and also have no clue who did it. I don't recommend that because you're probably not me, who has a broken brain and can do that. It's probably best to usually work backwards and know the answer before everyone else does. Also for a murder mystery, because you're a comic person, I'm going to tell you to finish your script before you start drawing all this stuff, because this even more than even more than other comics, if you have a big reveal ending kind of thing, you need all the pieces to fall in place. And also, you will want to have like some idea of like what early readers like if you let people read your script, you'll want them to suss out if like the foreshadowing and stuff is like predictable or not, if like the reveal at the end makes sense and is satisfying. Because a lot of stuff that involves like revealing like a mystery, which is like murder mystery, like it comes down to it comes down to how you use foreshadowing. And I think a video really recently got posted about foreshadowing.
Yes.
So I would check that. But yeah, like getting the correct amount of foreshadowing is always really hard. And it's hard to do on your own because you already know the answers. So it's really hard to like read your own work and judge if it's revealing things at the correct pace. Except if you like wait 5 years and then find the script in your hidden in your folders and you're like, oh, how does this end? And then you forgot to write an outline and you have no clue who actually did the crime. So yeah, work backwards for the most part. As far as Lace goes, a murder mystery would be an answer plot. So you're asking questions throughout. Who did the murder? What happened?
Who done it?
I hope that's helpful. My current aesthetic, mindlessly scripting my comic without a set in stone ending. Same, buddy. Actually, I'm not really... I was going to say I'm not really scripting a comic, but I guess I have a comic that needs script. I have 2 comics that need scripting. I have to finish writing 9 Point and Magpie. Shh. You might be asking yourself, why is Bones working on Magpie? Shouldn't you be finished your script before you start posting your comic? And the answer is, I didn't, but then I did, and then I didn't again. Because at first I wrote like the prologue at a convention, and I was like, Ursula, let's do this, and we got excited and we did it. And then I finished writing the script, and now rereading it, because I have it done, I realized that it sucks, specifically the ending. And so I'm working on making it not suck. And that's the joy of having written things early, because years down the line, you get to see your script and you're like, wow, that sucks. I can fix it. But if you don't have it written down, you'll never know that it sucks, so you can't fix it.
That is true.
Yeah. You need to be able to stare at your work and be like, man, this is ass. I sure am glad I know that it's ass before I commit it to art.
We're excited for the Magpie's less stinky conclusion. Yeah.
I mean, the end... I don't know. Actually, I was going to say the ending is basically the same, but it absolutely isn't. Like, all the reveals, like, none of the reveals and things have changed. It's, like, more how I reveal them that I would need to work on. Like, the mystery of Pinewood and the Magpie and stuff, like, that stayed consistent. Like, it'd be really hard to change it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have Magpie done, because then I can use it as a reference. Because right now I don't have, like, anything that I can be like, oh, like because I always want to be like, oh, like in the Magpie, it's a mystery, and it ends like this. But I can't.
Nope.
I can't even say, like, oh, check out the Magpie. You can see how I did it. But, yeah. I cannot. And that's why we need to finish Avo so we can get back to working on the Magpie. The funniest part is that we have some Magpie done that we haven't posted.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh.
We do. I hate my ADHD because my brain goes, here's this arc and this other arc. But there's no way to connect them. I'll figure it out later. Oh man. My ADHD is a powerful tool for that. Like my powers of word association get me far in life. Needlepoint. This is a coffee shop AU fanfic we haven't even released yet. Man, I like Avo. I still haven't opened up any of my beta reader copies to fix it. However, we'll
You
get
have
there.
time. Sorry.
Yeah.
You have lots of time.
Ursula's buying me time.
She's stalling. Though I am happy that we are finishing the artwork before we actually go and fund it.
Yeah.
That's a mistake we learned.
It's not even a mistake. We do fine every time we've done it.
That's true.
It's not like the audience even gets mad.
No,
I've been waiting years for this one book to come out. But, like, you know, the pandemic happened, so it's really slowed them down.
Yeah, fair. And that's the thing. It's not something that bothers me, and we have lovely supporters who don't mind waiting. But I always feel really bad when I'm the one who owes art, and it takes like 3 years before we get the actual book out.
Vasset is the janitor, because he's the trash man. Oh my god. Yeah, his name's Vasset. He's the dream fox guy.
Yeah.
He's not a fox, he's a yodi. Coyote. He's my son. I'm just not proud of him.
Any quick discovery rating tips?
Make things awful. Okay?
Okay.
That's my hot tip. Okay? It's all hot tips today. I'm a magazine. No, like, I find whenever I read someone's discovery written stuff, like, it's kind of boring, right? I find, actually, honestly, outliners are also boring. Okay, y'all are boring.
So everyone's boring. Got it.
When you're new at writing, you tend to write really boring things, and when you're old at writing, you tend to not write boring things, but then you get scared of writing boring things, so you get nothing done. So it's okay to write boring things. Okay. Whatever gets you through the story. But for discovery writing, just do the fun thing. Okay? If something sounds boring, don't do it. But be mean to your characters. That's the most important part. Okay? Stop fixing things. Everything should constantly be getting worse. Basically, whenever I'm writing like a discovery written piece, I'm like, okay, this needs to be like roughly 80,000 words, right?
Mhm.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, whatever size of project I want to do, I'll be like, okay, it's going to be this big. So, basically, make things awful for 50% of the story. Once you get to the 40,000 word mark, you're like, okay, it's time to start answering some questions and fixing things. But not actually fixing them. But getting closer to fixing them. But it all falls apart right before the end, but then it fixes at the last minute. Right?
Right.
I guess that was always helpful. It was like 50% through the book, you move from asking questions to answering them. But you shouldn't be answering the big main question until the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah, your reader will have like lots of questions, but by halfway through the book, you shouldn't be like putting in things out of left field.
Yeah.
like you stop taking as many detours near the end. You should know generally where you want to be going.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to like introduce new characters after the halfway point, right? Like major characters.
Yeah. You probably shouldn't. Generally, obviously.
How do you guys remain productive with video games within arm's reach? It's hard.
Accountability from a buddy.
Yeah, it's like we were saying.
Ursula's way better at staying accountable compared to me because she's not a contrarian like me. Because yeah, when anyone tells me to work, I'm like, no, I don't want to work anymore. So like it never works. But like Ursula, I can drag her out of bed and be like, you're working now, and she's like, yeah, fine. It just doesn't work with me.
But there are definitely days, like, I don't know. I don't actually know how we look, but if you ever think like, man, Ursula is always getting so much art done, half the time I'm pouting through it. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, every
It's
time she's
dumb.
on stream, she's pouting.
Yeah. So don't feel bad if sometimes you have to pout through doing your work.
Ursula only does work on camera. Like everything that's been recorded is basically all the work she's done in this decade.
Yeah, accurate.
Yeah, but at least she's sat down at least once a week.
Part of the reason why we wanted to do this channel was so that I could work on art and also promote our art.
Yeah.
So thank you all for joining us.
And y'all are her body doubles right now.
That's true. You're keeping me accountable.
There you go. You know that question you had of like, how do I get work done? Well, if you actually listen to us when we yell at you guys and say mean things to you, where we're like, work on your comic right now. If you seriously start deciding to like actually work on your comic while we're working on our comic, but like while Ursula's doing comic, if you do comic works, you know, that's 3 hours a week more than you would be doing otherwise.
That is true.
Because you clearly have the time to sit down and listen. Unless, of course, you're like doing dishes and like listening to us on the side.
That's true. I'm sure there are folks who are doing that.
But yeah, if you're looking for a body double and have no friends, we're here for you.
We got you.
Exactly. And if you really want a body double with us, me and Ursula have been going onto like the patron voice chat 6:30 every day for the most part.
Yep. Yeah.
Some days we don't because you get tired, but
you can get in on this lovely body double hangout art writing time with us if you join the Patreon for $1.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you enjoy doing it even though you force yourself through it? Yeah, there's definitely some days where I'm not enjoying myself, but they're rare. I find typically once I get into it, I enjoy it. And if I'm really not enjoying it, it's only a set amount of time. It's like I'm done work within the hour. I can go play video games now.
If you're consistently hating your project, though, that's like more of like an issue with your like that's a bigger issue. Yeah. But if it's like something specific that you have to do that you hate doing, like laying down perspective grids, I'm like, sometimes you got to do things with art that you don't want to do.
Sometimes you got to eat your vegetables.
Yeah, that's totally it. Like some parts of doing your comic, you'll feel so great once they're done.
Yes.
They're a pain to do, but you got to do them.
Yes. That's like something to find value in.
The struggle is half of the joy, honestly.
Yeah, true. Because it is fun when you're struggling with something and then it finally clicks and you're like, oh, I know how to do this. Or like, I finally got it right.
Or you're like, oh, I finally laid down all the panel borders. Now I get to start.
Yeah, exactly.
It creates like an anticipation. You know?
Totally. You have to find like a good balance between like they're like enjoying the act of drawing and creating, and sometimes it sucks while you're doing it, but you really like the result, and that's okay too.
Yeah. If you're liking it
It's like
more than you're
exercise.
hating it, that's good.
Yeah. It's like exercising, you know?
It's like anything, honestly.
Yeah.
Some days I like eating food, other days I don't. Like, but you gotta do it. Apparently.
Oh, I'm telling your boss you're watching while you. That's fair.
No, I figured some of you like are actually doing other things.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you find there's got to be a time somewhere in your day.
Just 10 minutes.
Yeah, don't over encumber yourself. Like as soon as you start committing yourself to like 5 hours a day, like it's silly. You're not. That's not achievable.
No.
They'll just make you feel bad when you don't hit it. Like it has to be something hittable.
See, yeah. So you commit.
When I was a kid,
What?
I used to like get frustrated with my dad because I would write the 5 minutes leading up to like when we'd leave,
Mhm.
and like he'd be like, "Come on, let's go," and I'm like, "But we have 5 minutes left." Because you can get so much writing done in 5 minutes. Dad.
Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
writing be that way though. Like you can get a serious chunk of writing done if you like sit down for like even just 5 minutes.
Yes. That's yeah, it's cuz if you commit to just doing 20 minutes and you're having a really good time, you can do another 20 minutes. And eventually, if you're still having a good time through all this, you might hit 5 hours, and that's awesome. Or you just did your 20 minutes and you're like, I'm done. I want to go play Stardew Valley, and you did what you committed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll just build up more
Anyways,
positive feelings.
as I was saying,
Yes.
and when you're doing like writing, you can even fit that like depending on what your job is. Like I worked at like embroidery, so like a lot of my work was like very like physical. Not and my brain would wander, and I get so much of the mental part of writing done. So much writing gets done in the shower. You know?
I should think about more writing in the shower.
Yeah.
I find I'm just grumpy when I'm showering.
Are you grumpy? Showering is the best.
I'm grumpy. My mind just goes to like bad anxiety places.
Why don't you just sing in the shower and have a good time?
I
Showers are the
should.
best. Showers are the best. You can talk to yourself in the shower. No one cares.
I guess that's true. I had no idea you talk to yourself in the shower. So
I kind of feel.
I guess I could talk to myself and you wouldn't be like, "Oh, Ursula, you're being weird."
I'm also never upstairs
That's also true.
unless I'm
you're
unconscious.
typically asleep when I'm showering. As
Yeah,
well.
exactly. You have plenty of time in the shower to just chat with yourself. And if you blast music and have the air going and have the shower running, like
That's
no
true.
one's gonna hear you talk to yourself.
That's
Also, I can't hear you when you're trying to have me hear you.
Oh my god, you're correct. I hate showering. I feel you. I always just start thinking about like the worst things possible.
Oh man, I love showering. Oh.
Okay, good night, Charlie. Sleep well. Do you guys have any tropes you love exploring?
No,
No.
I hate all tropes.
I hate all tropes. They're all bad and stinky. I mean, there's lots of tropes that we just like.
Speak for yourself. I hate all tropes.
Oh,
Okay?
sorry. You're right.
Talk about your tropes. Answer the question, Nutmeg.
What'd you call me?
Nutmeg.
Okay. What are tropes I like?
I don't know. Probably something about kissing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, cause I write romance whenever
Enemies
I do
to
write.
lovers.
I don't think I've ever actually done enemies to lovers.
Frenemies to lovers.
I've written relationships where they start like kind of combative, but not like it's not like they hate each other. They just like don't get along right away.
Why don't I have any enemies to lovers?
Right? Where are your enemies to lovers?
I have
stories,
lovers to
Bones?
enemies.
Yeah. Found family trope. That's a good one.
Where'd you leave them?
I lost them in the grocery store.
You gotta check the lost and found. Brother!
Yeah, I do love friends to lovers. I guess
Rivals.
yeah, I actually have written rivals to lovers. But not enemies. Enemies sound so like they have to like loathe each other. One-sided love that becomes a healthy relationship. I actually don't like unrequited love. I find it really icky. Personally, if you like that trope, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I just don't like it.
I like more disgusting things than that.
Oh no. I love mutual pining. That's a fave. But unrequited, I'm like, ugh. Gross. I'm like, get over them.
It's probably because you've been in the position.
That's true, and it's very uncomfortable when you know someone has a crush on you and you do not feel that way about them.
And you've told them as such.
Yes. And they
they
still
won't leave you alone.
yes.
And you're like,
It's not
this is
fun.
ruining our friendship.
Yeah, exactly.
Dun, 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 dun. If you want to know what tropes I'm into, just read my books and you'll find them, okay?
That's true.
Like, I'm very predictable. I want to read about ponies, but, like, I don't know enough about them, and horse girls are, like, way too, like, knowledgeable. So, like, there's, like, too much for me to catch up with, you know? I don't actually want to write about ponies, but I do. Need more horses.
More horses?
I never have horses in my book. There's a bones trope. I don't know.
It's
Like,
because you replace them with deer.
yeah, because it's so much cooler. Deer are cool. Horses are kind of stupid looking. They're also so majestic. I'm loving them more. I'm getting back into horses.
That's good.
Sorry, I just thought about that weird Inspirabot quote with the horses. I don't know what the quote was. It was something about a saddle.
Oh, right. That one was weird.
Man, I love Inspirabot. It's annoying everyone on Discord with it.
Yes. How dare.
Everything it posts is good. So inspiring.
Someone dated you without your permission? Not dated, but like... There's just when someone you know, someone you're friends with has a crush on you, like you can tell. And it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They do things where, like, I've had cases where, like, they'll do things that, like, a romantic partner would do. And I'm like, I'm okay with, like, my partner doing that, but you're not my partner. And having to, like, let them down every time sucks.
Hanging out becomes weird and uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Bum.
Oh no, you had someone... Oh, sorry, you're talking to someone else. Leech, you had someone who thought you were dating without your permission? Oh dear. That's not cool. But yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, you're not dating them if they don't have your permission.
No, it's like
Dating
how,
is kind of a mutual thing.
It's like how you'll see posts on Reddit in like relationship advice where it's like, I broke up with him, but he didn't allow it. And it's like, no,
You broke up
you
with
broke
him.
up with him. You, as soon as someone says it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't just get to refuse and say, no, we're still together.
Yeah, you don't need their permission to break up with them.
Mm-mm. So yeah, so I don't like unrequited love tropes. Mutual pining is lovely. I love friends to lovers. That's a good one. I love Bones and I use this in RPs a lot.
Would
but
Wolf
I like,
and Calum be enemies to lovers?
I guess they were like lovers to enemies to lovers.
That's true.
Cause
Yeah.
Wolf bamboozled him.
Mm.
This popped up while working on the comic. Nice. Hell yes. What was I saying? Oh, Bones and I love that relationship dynamic where it's like a grumpy person and a really cheerful person in a relationship.
Yeah.
That's fun. Do you have
Rowan, Chris,
Yeah, it's just the best.
me and you.
Yeah. Fun question for Ursula. Do you have any more art of your RP characters you haven't shown? Probably. I honestly, I'm sad about this. I honestly don't have a lot of like newer art of like just for fun RP character stuff.
Yeah. It's sad.
I know. I'm sure I have it. I have to go digging through my files and I don't want to go digging through on stream. That's something I should do more. I should do more just like doodling for fun.
Man, there's so many things.
So many things. I also so many things. Okay, I love mutual pining, but I feel like I need to start reading other stuff.
I'd love a mutual pint of ice cream.
Yes. Let's go.
Sorry, you can continue. I interrupted.
The trope slaps. Yes. I'm trying to think of other romance tropes that I love. Or other ones I hate. Do I have any more hot takes? Spicy takes? I don't think so.
I don't want to talk because I like problematic ships.
Oh dear.
I don't write them often, but I like them.
You like stories about just terrible people.
Yeah, I do. Sorry, I was just thinking about the leg.
Oh no.
You ship it.
Super tall person and super short person? Yes.
I ship Magpie and Finch.
Good.
Except not Finch's baby.
Yeah.
Not really. Finch's baby. I
wanna
forget
just-
how other people feel about Finch.
I want to just ground Finch and tell her to go to her room.
She's a bird. She needs to fly.
My brain is just empty of all other tropes.
Oh yeah,
What
Trixie
else
and
is
Amanda is like the grumpy,
Yeah,
happy.
it's the best.
Basil and Royale.
Mhm.
Classic.
Classic.
And then the non-ship of Zoltar and Robert.
Yes. I also love.
Bones McKay. Wow,
Oh,
really?
I do. I love love Bones
It's
McCain.
kind of gay of you.
A little bit. I do love. I think this is just like a trope. Anytime you have like a throuple, but I love when they they're like in a love triangle, and then they discover they all love each other. That's just the most wholesome thing.
That doesn't happen enough.
It doesn't. We need more love triangles. Where's love triangle to throuple?
Triangle to throuple.
Where's that trope? We need more of it.
I agree.
In like the 3 throuple books I've ever read.
I don't really have any throuples. I have like Avo has a lot of open relationships, it seems.
Yeah.
But there's not really like a throuple going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's more like just friends with benefits stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. That does happen a lot in Avo.
It does.
It's so lovely.
Happens constantly.
That feels like an immortal thing. I know it's not all immortal characters who do it, but
just the cool ones.
yeah.
Facet doesn't do it 'cause no one likes Facet. No one. Facet can't even get like one date. Like I don't think.
Love me some poly moments. Boyfriends is a love square to quadruple. I love it. Oh, what was I just thinking? I had a trope in mind. Oh, a trope I do really like. I can't really think of any media where it's happened, but I love when the person they're dating turns out to be a villain. Oh wait, no, actually I can think of a few things where that happens, but I love that. I guess it's lovers to enemies. I just love the drama of a betrayal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Time
The characters are too wholesome. It can be tricky to make conflicts between them.
Oh no, that's
Oh no.
conflict. Just because you're wholesome doesn't mean conflict doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Me and her still have conflict all the time because I'm so wholesome.
We're very wholesome. Frozen that happened? I literally was like, oh god, that happened in Frozen.
Because like wholesome kids, because a lot of like stuff can come from the outside.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Me and Ursula loved each other, but like we had a really hard year.
Oh yeah.
And it was spicy for a while.
Yeah. Totally. Outside things can happen to the couple, and it can just like, you know, it's a new
Put
situation that
pressure
you've
on
never
things,
faced.
yeah.
Or like, I don't know, you can also be like totally in love and compatible with someone and then have like something you disagree on.
Yeah, like the freaking couple in 36 Questions
Oh
who
yeah.
are
Oh,
so freaking wholesome and cute, but
right.
except for the one thing.
God. I love that musical so much.
Yeah, that's a
It
really
hurts
good
my heart.
musical. I've just rewritten the ending. in my
Yeah,
head.
exactly. We made fan fiction.
Yeah, my fanfic ending is that after they sing that one song, they decide to become friends again and go to therapy.
Yes.
Specifically, what's his face goes to therapy because he needs it.
He needs it.
Because she's sorting her life. I don't know.
Anyway.
It's a good musical and it's
really
free,
good.
so
It is. You
it's
can
free
find
to
it.
actually listen to the whole thing because it's a podcast musical,
Exactly.
right?
In its original format. You can listen to it.
Yeah, you don't have to find some bootleg.
So good.
Yeah, I like awful characters. I like characters that are mean and terrible and stupid and gay.
What is that on the list?
It's just a list of character traits I like.
Oh, okay. My favorite.
Especially when they're all together. Mean, terrible, stupid, and gay. Like the ultimate character.
Oh my god.
It's Nikki.
Yes. You just described my main character. Oh no.
It's Nikki. It's Luna.
Oh, lover turned villain. I can relate. What happened? My favorite couple dynamic is when they have a very wholesome and healthy relationship. And my second favorite is when everything else going on in NBC Hannibal. Oh no. That's not wholesome.
Sometimes cannibals can be wholesome, okay?
I'm just like, listen, let me defend my faith.
Let me defend. Okay, the meat was gonna go bad.
Oh my god.
Someone was gonna eat it, whether it be Bugs or the cute girl. So, when you're in the woods, you gotta survive, okay?
Okay. I like the trope where bad people become better people because they love someone and want to make them happy. Aw. Sometimes cannibals can be wholesome, also described by main characters. What is happening? How do you balance out having a bad character but making sure the audience likes them?
It's never gonna happen if it's a woman, but
Oh!
that's true.
Oof!
Step one, make it a white guy.
Yeah. Make it an attractive white guy.
There
and
you
everyone will
go.
love him.
Yeah, make him a Tumblr sexy man. Okay, sorry, but like legitimately, a certain amount of your audience isn't gonna care for it, and like not gonna like them, like, because if you make an awful character, they're gonna be like awful to be around. It's weird what audiences can forgive in a character. Like, if you have a character that's charismatic and fun to read about, people are gonna like them.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's like fun edginess or whatever, like they're gonna have fun with that. People like have fun with like villainy and stuff. I find audiences are less likely to accept more personal issues, and more personal like character evils. Like with Pretty Mouth, people hate Evan, and like Evan's bad, like don't get me wrong, but like Evan gets so much more hate than like some of my characters that like literally like killed a whole species like of people, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, the same people who hate Evan with a passion because he was mean to Rizzo, like, really mean, a real butthole, also are like, oh my god, your genocidal villain guy is really cool. I think he's
true.
neat. It's okay, it's fantasy, that's why.
Yep. Whereas, yeah, if you hurt the character that everyone loves,
Yeah.
they're not gonna like him.
Yeah. You just gotta make villainy cool, honestly.
Yeah.
It's easier when they're not the main character. I find like having an evil main character is hard. But not impossible. It's a lot easier for people to like, because like when someone's super evil, you just need to give them a glimmer of niceness, and then they're like, oh, I can change him. Like that's kind of how it goes.
Yes.
Whereas like if you have a character that initially starts as someone the characters relate to, and like are an understandable trope like Evan, they're just like, oh, he's a cute boy, ooh, ooh, ship, and then he's mean, then they feel like a deep sense of betrayal and the homophobia that he exudes. Like, it's a lot more personal to the reader.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you want people to like characters that do horrible things, make them do fantastically horrible things. That's always a lot more forgivable. It's a lot easier for a person to forgive a cannibal than it is to forgive a homophobe. Just because there's not much. Most people don't have a lot of personal stakes in cannibals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just if they're like camp and fun, they don't have to be camp. They can also just be like. But yeah, if you have a female character, it's like infinitely harder. Like unless she's like a villainess and then she's freaking cool and awesome. But like if you have a main character who is a girl or a woman and she's not perfect all of the time, everyone's gonna hate her. And if she is perfect, she's a Mary Sue. Like it's
Can't
really
win.
hard. Like God. Writing women is hard. And not because writing women is hard, it's just because sexism.
Yep.
Like I have readers who are like so rude. Have been so rude to my ladies. Oh, she's not. She's stupid. Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's allowed to be. Let her be.
Let women be stupid. As a stupid woman myself. No, but it's true. It's so hard. Yeah, your female characters have to be like perfect, but not too perfect.
Oh
you
yeah,
can't
if they're
win.
too action competent, then they're bad.
Yes.
And like, I'm not even complaining about like feminist criticisms that are like smart and good. I'm complaining about like the sexist criticisms.
Yeah. Oh,
Let her be a bimbo.
let her be a bimbo.
Yeah. Love to the bimbo, okay? I need more Legally Blonde.
A character is charismatic but evil. I want to help them out, but if they're annoying, I don't want to interact with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because,
Like-
yeah.
Like, it's just really hard for, like, it's really hard to, like, put your mind around, like, certain levels of evil. Like, it's just too fantastical. Whereas, like, more personal stuff is really hard. And especially if they hurt someone you like.
Yes.
Yeah, you're just like, that's my boy. And you made him cry, and I want nothing to do with you. Make your mean characters a bit tragic, and like, it's such a fine line because you don't want to justify it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you make your main character who's awful like too good, like, yeah, I used to make my main characters like way too awful and irredeemable, and I still love writing those, but like no one wants to read them, and I've kind of just taken.
Mm.
And by no one, I just mean like less people, and I don't want people. What's worse is like when people will read your story and be like, "Ah, you agree with this."
Yeah, and you're like, no, I'm just
Like,
no.
no, I don't agree with everything he did. Okay, listen, I'm just working through some trauma.
Okay. Yeah.
The fact that most of my villains are just, yeah, I did it and I'll do it again. I have a woman side protagonist that literally carries. Is that a bad thing? No. Like, it's not inherently a bad thing. The problem with this stuff is it's very subjective and really comes down to like how you play things rather than the specific trope itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess it's that idea that like Eowyn can be like such a cool, amazing character, but the whole of Lord of the Rings can still have a weird woman problem.
Totally.
Like, she's like one of the best like
Oh yeah.
lady character fantasy people. I love Eowyn. Her and Mary, 10 out of 10.
But yeah,
But,
but it's
like-
a problem where the whole story there's like 3 women.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's the only one who does stuff.
Yeah.
And I know part of that like makes her like even more cool.
And you can like,
But yeah, anyways.
yeah, because I guess it's like you can do things.
And even that has to do with like the larger context of media. Like if all of media didn't
True.
have a woman problem, writing a story with few women talking reflecting like World War One basically. Like there's still women though, you know?
Yeah.
And anyways.
You can, and it can also be how you frame things. Like you can have a character who does bad, problematic things, and your main character could do it, and you could say in the story like, "This is bad. My main character was bad for doing this."
Yeah.
Just
Just like I'm bad for ending the stream right now. Yeah. It's
how will we
over.
redeem you in the eyes
I'm
of the viewers?
irredeemable.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll see you guys on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll see you there. Please make sure to subscribe if you're new. Give the video a like.
Subscribble. Hit a dislike before they go away forever.
Wow, they're going away?
We literally watched a video about this, like, not an hour and 40 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, take your last chance to dislike the video. Goodbye, everyone.
Or like it. That's also nice.
Yeah.